Okay, let's see what we got here. Move this over here. Size this down a bit. That'll work. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. Oh, let's view my channel. How about that? Okay, looks like I'm live. There we go. Okay. So I got both up now. I don't know. I'm gonna title this. I don't think I'll title it. But let's okay, looks like I'm live. Mute that. That way I don't have an echo. Let's go into the PU. We'll just hit the best one. I joined my friends, but I'm just gonna have a bunch of BS problems. That's the lunacy known as Star Citizen. Where do I begin with this game? So many people are now starting to talk about, actually, most vociferously, I think Jim Reviews is his name. I've been saying this stuff on my streams. I just don't post them. I mainly do streams just for myself to go back and watch, just so I can say, oh, look what I did, or show my friends, you know, what have you. So most of my streams don't get posted. I just go live and let it flow from there. Anywho, we're going to see what I get into. All I'm trying to do is just make some credits so I can get my weapons, or my ship's weapons, so that we'll be prepared to go to Pyro and be able to do some stuff in Pyro. But to be quite frank, the whole game's a mess. You know, we're talking about, you know, $750 million, or yeah, $750 million plus in pledge money. And the only tangible items that have really come out of this pledging is that, well, Chris Roberts' real estate portfolio has grown exponentially around the world. He drives some of the fanciest cars. So I wonder, you know, I know the big question is where's the money going? And I'm going to have to say that I don't think it's going into this game. I mean, you can say what you want. I mean, there's a lot of functionality. I mean, they got, you know, I can come out of my habitation. I could get into my little deal here. That door's going to shut again. I can get in here. Now, see, it used to be you just hit I, and the inventory would pull up like any other game. But, you know, this game seems to be striving as much as it can to get to that RuneScape-ish type level of just burying you in non-essential stuff that you have to do. So to get into your inventory, you have to go into this little box. Now, of course, I don't have anything in here. I forget which. I'm at her L2. What? Where am I? Her L2. Why am I at her L2? I don't even know why I'm here at her L2, but I'm here. Oh, I know why I'm here. Because I parked my ship the last time I was here. Because it's not getting the quantum fuel. It takes the money. It takes your credits to fill your ship up with quantum fuel, which is how you jump from, you know, location to location that's a long distance away, versus using the hydrogen fuel, which is for this slow crawl. But yeah, so I'm gonna see if my ship, I've had to put my ship away and then pull it out, and then it replenishes. And make sure I'm not familiar with this station all that well. And let's see, I think we come out here. Again, these are the kiosks they put in. It used to be you could just hit I, and you go into your inventory, and on the right-hand side, you'd have a nice little inventory of whatever you have at this place. Clean and simple. Clean and simple. But now, you got to go to one of these stupid things, and you got to do it. Now, you may say, well, that's not that difficult. Yeah, but you got to go find these little terminals. Whereas it used to be like any other game, just go into your inventory, transfer the inventory, and you'll be good with it. But because I believe Star Citizen really has no set plans to release this game, they work, or let's put it this way, they major in minors and they forget about their major. Their major is to create a game that has some sort of gameplay, and they just have not been wanting to do that. Okay, what's going on here? Why is my CL not here? Oh, it put me... Look, okay. Now, here's another problem. So I did go to Everest Harbor, alright? I flew all the way to Everest Harbor. Got there, parked my ship, put it away, went into the main part of Everest Harbor, and then looked out the window and, nonchalantly thought, well, I hope I have fuel. And I woke up and I'm at Her L2. That's why I was wondering earlier, why I'm at Her L2? Because my memory was I was somewhere else. I was at Everest Harbor. This is where I was going to start my missions. But they had me back here, even though I flew my ship all the way over here before I logged out. What game does that? This is like 13 years deep. This whole game is going to be just me complaining. This ship I can just call, get it here really quick. I don't care about, any more of my ships. Let me tell you something.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Above a wing commander, let's put it that way. Or is it wing commander? Yeah, I think that's what they call us now, as a pledge guy.
Please visit us again.
So I've got a lot of pixels that these guys gave me, but they've made them so worthless. Everything's worthless. Gem reviews. If you were to get this game, I would say, I would say it's worth going up to the Avenger Titan, and maybe if you got the expendable income, going and getting the Cuddy Black package. Don't buy anything else after that. Don't get suckered in. Don't get suckered. And they've got a great marketing team. I'm telling you, they spend most of their developmental money on marketing and their design and developers are working on just crafting ships. That's what they do. That's what they do well. See, they do well making these things. This is what they make. They don't make a game, they make these. Because these are what helps Chris Roberts buy his many, many estates around the world, mind you. These are estates all over the world. And his fancy cars. I mean, you got to have a lot of money to walk in McLaren and say, hey, make me a one-off McLaren. And have them do it. You got to have something that you're going to give to them for them to do that. But in any case, nonetheless, I haven't been in the back end of this ship in a while. Let me see what this ship... I have two of these. One is in place of the MR. Okay, so it's a smaller cargo area. I wonder what's the cargo on this thing. I could probably do the cargo runs with this ship. Not that I want to, but... I mean, I like doing cargo runs with this ship. With the CL, I'm enjoying it. Other than the fact that it's not refueling in the hydrogen fuel. Now everything's the same in this ship. There's nothing different now. I got suit lockers here. And I had to just call this ship up. See, this is what... I didn't call up all my ships, We'll look in my terminal, and you can see all the ships I have. It's just so depressing for me to get in. When I first started, man, I was bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, man. I mean, because look, there's a lot to be said about this game, all right? I mean, the ship alone, and this is a relatively entry-level ship, if you will. Granted, that's if you're like somebody, that has like a Polaris in your fleet. This is an entry level. But I wouldn't suggest you get it. I would wait until it comes out into the actual game where you can buy it, and then it's well worth it. But just the visuals, okay? Some of the visuals they have fully functioning. Here you got the hangar doors opening. It is compatible with Tobii Eye Tracker. I do have joysticks. I use GKBs, much more affordable than the Virpils. They can say the Virpils are better. I don't necessarily go with that. These are just fine, and I can go through 3 sets of these before I have any. Well, actually, Virpils are going to set you back over $1,000. Okay, to set those up, and that means I could probably do about 3 sets for what one set of Virpils would be. Now, of course, they say, "Oh, Virpils, you can do this. Virpils, you can do that." Well, you can actually, get replacement parts for these guys too. So, if you ask me, this is a little bit better investment. But then,
Enjoy the ride.
That's if you have other games that you can use these sticks on. But the graphics, the imagery, everything about this game. Let me make sure I am coupled. I could have swore I fired her up. I didn't.
Engines.
So the ship's all fired up. Raise landing gear. Let's get ourselves out of here. And then let's look back at the station. I mean, this is what captured me. This is what visually captures you. Now, I don't know if you guys can actually see how amazingly detailed this is. But look, there's a lot to be said about this game when it comes to the graphics, some of the things that you can do in it. We'll ride ourselves. And whether you're in third person or if you're in first person, you can look around, you see all this stuff. I only go into third person mainly because I'm afraid I'm going to run into one of these floating turrets that are out here, and then the whole station hell will break loose and the station will shoot you down. So you don't want to run into stuff out here because the station don't like it. But you look at it, let's get rid of that. Graphically, it's just amazing. I mean, we can agree. I mean, the detail. If I get out in spacewalk, I can float and spacewalk to just about everything and anything here. These are external landing pads, so you don't have to necessarily call for a hangar. You can just come here, top off your fuel, land here. You can even enter the station from there. A lot of cool things about this game. Well, I don't want to call it a game. I'll call it a tech demo. A lot of cool things about this tech demo. And I only call it a tech demo because there really is no real gameplay. And they've consistently, even when I started right at the beginning of patch 3.15. So not long in the game, about almost 3 years in the game. And even from that point to this point, they have changed so much stuff and added things that were never supposed to have been added. And I'm realizing that it's because they're going to make this a money sink. They're going to make this a microtransaction game. For instance, they used to have all the top quantum drives, all the best shield generators, all the best power plants, etc. in the game that you could purchase. But they have now since totally made those non-existent in the game. And they say, oh, well, they're you can find them on scavenge ships that you fight. You'll fight against guys that are like, they live in Pyro and they live in these dumps, yet they'll have in their ships some of the best stuff, but you can't find it in the civilized planetary system, even though you're part of the civil defense, whatever they call us, for the solar system. You can't find those stuff. And I came to a realization as to why those are no longer here. It's because they're going to put them behind a paywall eventually. Because this game is never going to make its money, the same amount of money that's making right now, with a bunch of suckers like me and other backers that flowed them tons of cash. Okay? Because these guys are too hell-bent on making money off of that. That is their business model. Their business model is straight up. Okay, let's get to Everest so we can. Their business model is promise ships, develop them, and then from there, see, I can't get this to E. Come on, caps lock. No. There it is, finally. Okay, we'll take it. Boom. So we're going to jump to Everest. This is where I should have been to begin with. I flew my other ship there because I'm using my CL. I flew it there, parked, got out, and it popped me all the way back here. This is the type of stuff you deal with. We have a situation in Grimhex where this has been happening ever since I came in 3.15, and it existed prior to me being here, to where the elevators are now killing you at Grimhex. Again. And you got to ask yourself, you know, look, I mean, this game is a visual, it's visual candy. It really is. You know, especially when you have all the baubles and beads that you can, you know, make it, you know, just a treat to the eyes, you know? You know, whether it's, you know, jumping, off we go. I mean, everything works. Everything's fine. You know, like, you know, you're in the jump. You know, this is stuff that you can't do in, like, the other space games. Like, I'm flying. I can get on my seat. If I wanted to, if I had stuff in my ship, I could change my clothes. I could eat. I can do whatever. Get back into my seat. So, there's a lot of cool stuff about it, but there's still no real functioning gameplay. Every time they add something, they break something. Every time they introduce something, something gets wonky. It's just been their modus operandus. It's how they operate. Oh, gotta go this way. It's probably, yeah, 0 and 4. These are orbital markers. These are how you find where you're headed. Or get yourself around the planet. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get to Everest. This is where I originally was. My other ship is here. I don't normally use this ship. There's not much use for it. Let's see if I'm right side up or upside down. I'm right side up now. So I'm just going to float in. I'm decoupled, so I'm not using any fuel. That's cool. But as you can see, you know, I'll ping this again. You can see that station. That's what we're flying to. It's in the shadows. Planet down below you. Literally, I can fly all the way down to that planet. It is actually cool in that regard.
Shields are up.
I hate master modes. I wish I'd get rid of it. They were not. Well, I don't know. They say they were intending to have it, but I'll tell you, they weren't intending to have it. What they got was a bunch of complaints, so the squeaky wheel got fed. Everything. Every time you have a squeaky wheel squeaking, if it squeaks loud enough, it gets promoted in their spectrum. They'll change it. They'll nerf it. They'll do whatever they have to, you know, fix that, but not fix their gameplay. So really all I have right now is I fly around and I deliver packages. I could go do bounties, but you know, the question is am I going to desync in my aiming? You know, that happens quite a bit in this game. And I'll probably during this stream go do maybe a bounty or two, because I have equipped a ship with a new setup that I'm all excited about. So let's see what we got here. We're going to go in here and land. Fire up one. So the problem I've been having, at least with these Zeus ships, is that you land, you pay for your quantum fuel, and it'll say that it'll zero it out and everything, and I'll get in. I'll still be back at the amount that I burned off. It got to the point yesterday, like this didn't even register. So see, all right, fuck it. You know, I don't need it, but I like to keep everything topped off. But nonetheless. All right, let's get out of here. So the ships are rendered amazing. They're just beautiful works of art. So so as a tech demo, fabulous. It's fabulous, darling. And now let's get into into some gameplay. I'm gonna put this ship away. Make sure it's yeah, it's okay. Yeah, should fit.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
So we're gonna send these Zeus's down. And I'm not going to call the other one up, because if you just call another ship and that one's going down, half the time the ship will spawn on top of that other ship. They'll come up, they'll blow up, or they're all damaged and beat up. It's a long story. Anywho. Let's go into our contracts. See if we can get a... This is what I've been doing for making a quick buck. It's the safest thing. Here, solar small cargo. Can I do it here? Yeah, we'll take this one. So we got 100K just to play UPS guy in space.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
And I like to use my CL. She is 32. I could get away with that with that cargo.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
So while we're waiting for that, let's eat. This is like a, I guess a 30th century smoothie I'm gonna have here, because it's got food and moisture. Get some calories, and I get some drink in me. Okay, I don't care about the well, look, at they want stuff to persist. All right, I'm gonna load your servers up with junk code. So basically, oh look, it disappeared. Dude on the ground, it disappeared. Interesting. All right. So yeah, this is my me ship. We're gonna move it closer. I want to make sure I got quantum fuel as well, because it has been having a hard time refueling quantum. Generally though, when I reset and come back, it'll fill up. But you shouldn't have to do that in a game. You know, it should just refill it and you're good to go. But every time they add something new, something breaks. Something's not working. And the reason why that is look, they got 13 years of coding on top of, 13 years of coding, just stacked. Just code upon code upon code stacked. Let me get my head straight here. Boom. There we go. All right. And I actually claimed this ship, so I knew for sure when I came back. Look in the upper left above my ship, that would say 179 or 1.79 of 1.79 quantanium fuel. Because it wasn't refilling it. Even though it would take the money and show that refilled, it would not refill. This game should be way beyond having any type of an issue like that. But it's not. So we're going to lift off here. Get them lined up here because we're going to pick up some cargo. We're going to go do some deliveries. Because like I said, I'm trying to get certain ships outfitted with weaponry so that I can jump to Pyro and go play in Pyro for a bit. But who knows? They have an event that they're doing, and it'll probably be too late for me to get into the event because, you get into the game and you start playing it, and then stupid stuff just happens. Stupid stuff that you don't expect a game that's been 13 years in development to have. You just don't, $750 million and 13 years. You don't expect them to have these deals. And you know, occasionally I like to check the chat. See, I really meant to only to see what's broken in this server. So far, nobody's saying anything. If I can, I don't need to have it up. Now, for the longest time, these were all broken. These missions, oh man, these missions would duplicate boxes, and some of the boxes were valid to take to the site, and others weren't. So you had, it was like a guessing game. You'd get like double the boxes, and you didn't know which ones were the ones that they wanted, even though they were the same damn thing. So let's pull this stuff out. Pull that, pull this, and pull that. Let's get this up. So let's see what we got here. L1 and L3. So I'll do L1 last. L3 is way off in the back. L5 and L4 on the deal. So I'll do a circle. I'll hit L4, L3, L5, and then L1. So let's see here. If I'm going to do L4 first, I need pressurized ice. And I need a size 4 box. That's this bad boy, right? Yes. Yeah, that's this guy. And actually, what I can do is I can just pull him out and get him. Oh, let's just do it. Up you go, up you go, up you go, up you go, up you go. Oh, if that's going to be the first one, you're going to be last. So what am I doing here? 1 and 5. So, wow, that's going to require the 6 and 6, right? Okay, so 6. Oh, all food. All food's going into the back. That'll work. Boom. Give me the big boxes. These are the 4, size 4 containers. Sorry, half the stuff on my gamepad does not work for some reason, and I just don't. You know, I just want to play the game. They continually. Oh, that's the other thing too. They continually change the controls. It's like no controls stay the same every major patch. Oh well, yeah. No, this button means this, and that button means that. So there's no intuitive. You know, you get used to something, then they change it. So then you got to relearn it. It's crazy how these guys operate. I don't know what's going through their minds when they do this stuff that they do, but certainly not. Let's go right there. Okay, 6. So now I'm going to take one of these. I'll take that one over here. And then my first 2 stops, I guess, are going to need ice, huh? Somebody's having a potty. And yeah, you can kill yourself with these boxes too. So this, you know, we're in the 30th century and they don't have, you know, automated robotic loaders. They used to have just automated loading. So again, keeping that RuneScape feeling alive, you know, here we are doing this. You know, it's just, as Jim Reviews puts it, it's just a time sink. It is. It's just burning your time. This is, I haven't even started to fly to deliver these things yet. And this is what this is their gameplay. And so you'll spend all this time, and like I'm keeping my fingers crossed, hoping that, hey man, I hope I make it. I hope I'm able to get it all there. You know, I don't know why and how they changed so much stuff. Like, you know, compared to what was in patch 2. Back here. Patch what was it? 3.15. 3.15 was probably the best patch that I played, and lucky for them, that's the patch I came into. You know, because shortly after that you had 3.16. 3.16 wasn't too bad. And then came 317. Okay, well, 317, unfortunately. Well, that's stupid patch. That had me locked out for the entire duration of the patch. So for like, I don't know, what, 2 months? I couldn't even play the game. And then part of 318 was the same way. 319 was when I finally was able to get back in. And even then it was just, it was a completely changed beast. It was just trash. But here we go. Let's fire this beast up.
Engines.
Booyah. See what we got. Let me get myself up. See if we're in a queue. Nope. No queue required. Let's see what we got here. This thing's just wonky. I don't know why that's doing that. Should not do that. It does. I'm off-centered. Put that to center. I hate these hangers. Okay, so I was going to do 4. Let's see which one I can get to. Because I might do maybe 5. Well, let's see, I don't have it. Let's do 4. I think I can get to 4. Yeah, it's going to let me jump to it. Okay, cool. I'll take it. We can do a big old circular path, as you can see. We're going to go counterclockwise. And we'll end up right next to that yellow diamond, right next to where we're at now. So, let's
Shields.
jump going here. Guess I gotta jump to an OM1. Work with that.
Auto drive is now on. Auto drive is now on.
Now, here's the problem. It doesn't always tell you exactly which one you're flying to.
Auto drive is
You just have these yellow markers, so you gotta guess which one you're after. But you know, as you're jumping, you can eyeball your ship, you can zoom in, you can zoom out. I'm using my mouse. I got my controller right next to my mouse pad, so I limited my space. I think I can still do it with this. So this is my gamepad. Bear with me here, I'm going to jump over here and get this off of my screen. We're back. So we are almost to our first destination. Here's to hoping that it'll refuel. I don't have to really refuel until I get at least most of the cargo out of there. And then what you have to do if it's not refueling, you guys pull the cargo out of your ship, send the ship down, and then bring it back up, recall it. Careful not to run into these little rocks floating out here. There we go. Keep me going down if I don't. No, because we are decoupled. I'm gonna start trying to fly decoupled more, but the wonkiness of the game is just gonna kill me. I'm just gonna die doing it. for a landing spot. Let's see where it takes me. Oh, right here. Good, good, good. I'll take it. I like that. Side thrust here. Let's just turn it this way. Let's see if it'll let me refuel. Now, some people tell me if I just do partial fueling, boom, hit it like that, it's letting me. Then what I'll do is I'll just top it off. But the key is when we take off. So I'll know if I have to start thinking about pulling the cargo off the ship just to get the refuel to register. And that's been the problem that I've had ever since this patch. I haven't done any of the group priority missions, anything like the what do they call that mission? Which do I need here? L4, you're getting 4. Hey, easy enough, easy peasy. Only because, you know, heck, I tried to do the first, the Stanton, save Stanton. And it was such a glitchy mess, I never got to complete it. I mean, half the guys weren't there. Oh, well, we're sorry, we're only running that event. Oh, you could have gotten this stuff, you know. And the guys that did do it, they had to keep running it for so long. It's like, I don't have that time. I don't have that kind of time in my life to dedicate to a video game. Yeah. So that's done. That's the ice there. Next stop is going to be the 3 ice at her L3, I believe. Yeah. Pressurized ice, yeah. These 2 stations, I guess, are having a party. So here's the hoping. We're going to check. Alright, let's just see. Did I get it? Nope, see, 1.58. You look in the upper left, it still says 1.58 or 59. I can't tell. I don't have my glasses on. But, you know, that should have been full. That should be full. No questions about it, but it's not. So, we know that I'm probably somehow going to have to pull the cargo and send this ship down just to get it to register. Like, it's right now it's showing I have no hydrogen fuel. You know, this is like 13 years in development. 13 years in development. You know. Anywho, let's get out of here. What's this one? That was a weird drift. A little do-si-do to the right. Dancing to the starboard side. We want her L3. I think I can get all the way to her L5 and dump that stuff off, and then pull the other stuff off, and then drop this and get my fuel. We'll see. This is a long route, so we're at 1.58. Let's see how much fuel this burns. It's probably over here. Yeah, it's 22. That's it. Bada boom, Bada bing. Off we go. Oh, okay. Well, now it kicked back up to 1.79. That's a good sign. No, now it just dropped back down to 1.59. So that's what I'm going through with this quantum fuel situation. It tells you it filled it up, and then suddenly you're back down to how much you burn. I actually the other day got stranded. Lost $100,000 in gear in a storage box I had on the ship because I just said, "Fuck it." There's no way. My buddies. I only had one buddy on, and he couldn't get from Pyro to Stanton because every time he'd go all the way through the wormhole, it'd put him right back in Pyro. That's the other thing. You know, you got these wormholes that you can jump to the only other system they have, and yesterday it wasn't even letting you go through. You'd go all the way through it, do all the, go through all the hoops, and then bam, as soon as you come out, boom, you're back where you started. That's how. This is what these guys call development. And this is why Chris Roberts needed to have a publisher, somebody to look over his shoulder and say, "Hey, dude, cool your jets, just get this done. You can put that in as maybe some future DLC or what have you." But Chris Roberts once said that, he felt Wing Commander, the game that got his name on the map, was released too soon. And after watching the developmental cycle of this game with him running the show and nobody telling him, "No, let's not do that, let's do it this way, let's finish it, let's get it going and do that as DLC," I don't think Wing Commander would be even out today. He'd still be working on it. That game would have never been released if not for a publisher saying, "Dude, you gotta set plans, you gotta have goals, you gotta meet them, and then release it." And in this world, in 2025, you can release a game and add DLC. Look what Rockstar's done with Grand Theft Auto. You know how much DLC they've had over, 11 years that game's been floating around? And while it wasn't perfect at the beginning, it functions pretty good now. These guys, they don't even have their basic gameplay solidified. And you have to wonder, what's their plan? Okay, I got 1.24. I should be able to make it to the next one. Yeah, I should be able to make it to the next one. And then we're going to offload whatever leftover cargo I have. We're going to... Oh. Let's do this. Let's do that. Sometimes you gotta make sure. Sometimes they give you the hanger on the other side. I do like to land in third person. I mean, look, these pixels are pretty. This is what this thing is to me. I won't tell you what I have vested, but I am well beyond a Wing Commander, almost to the next level, very close to it, and. You know what? Let's center up and refuel. See if it'll refuel for me. Here. And if we go in, you're gonna see that yes, I now need more. And what am I down? Last time this guy didn't re-up. Okay, that finally that one filled. Let's just see. No, see, it still says 1.24. That was in that upper left. So let's just run with it. I'm gonna have to put the ship away. I've come up with a routine that I think works. That when I get to the third drop point, I pull all the cargo out, I send the ship down the hole, And this guy's ice as well. Ice, ice, baby. And I think at 3, we got 3, right? Yeah, that's it. Boom. Now I was using the Star Lancer Max, and I would use my whatever you call that little robot crane guy or box lifting thing. But that thing's broken. I mean, you try to pull stuff out, and you got to get right next to the item just to pick it up. It's like, oh, that's great. And then once you pick it up and get it out of this elevator, then it starts to work. But it's like, and the stuff that I use to get that, those are missions where, you know, you're getting like 100+ boxes, and using what I'm using now for 100+ boxes takes a day and forever. Let me send this down. See, this is still working, so that's good. Confirm. Bam, out of here now. Obviously, it's not going to let me refuel. I do want to check something, see if the reason why I claimed the ship also, another reason was that, you know, they keep giving me damage on my ship when there shouldn't be any damage on it. You know, I don't like having my ships damaged. Oh, but we're going to have wear and tear in there, and we're going to have components where they just spontaneously combust. Therefore, that's why we put fire extinguishers in your ships now. You know, they want to make it to where you have to have a crew with you. So, you know, now they got these things in here. They're not active yet, but they're actively going to have, as you're flying along, your ship is going to spontaneously combust. Hey, welcome to the 30th century. You know, at least in the 21st century, the only thing that we have doing that are Teslas, right? But no, not in the 30th century. Every damn ship they have flying in space is going to have a sudden fire that you're going to have to put out, or have an quote-unquote engineer on board to troubleshoot. Alright. So, we are going to try and jump. I should be able to make it to the next one, which is going to be her L5. And then we're going to dump everything out. And then we're going to her L1. And actually, I should be able to make it to her L1 on one tank. I should be able to make this whole route on one tank. I will see. We'll see how much it takes to get to the other place here. Let's turn ourselves around. I do like this because the ship gets a medium hangar, and it's the right size for a medium hangar. Man, they stuff things like Connie's into this medium hangar, or the I think my MSR also comes into a medium hangar. Gear up. Let's pull ourselves out here. Let's see here. Let's I think it's this one at 22. It is. Should be able to make it. Let's see. See, I got 1.24. I filled up the tank. I filled it. But it don't know that. Off we go. So, like I said, for those who don't know, and the reason why I'm talking in this regard is that I'm probably going to release this video because it's my frustration video with this game, or lack thereof of a game, this tech demo. I really think they should have a lot more to show. There should be no reason why Grim Hex elevators are still killing people. But, you know, and now I'm running a risk doing this because sometimes it just spits you out of the ship when you do this. But I'm going to get out. And, you know, this is the neat thing about this game. This is stuff that you cannot do in other games. You cannot get out of your ship. You know, I can't remember the one, but one of them is No Man's Sky. I have No Man's Sky. You can't do this in No Man's Sky. You know, I could actually jump in this bunk and lay down. You know, here's my cargo hold. You can check components. Let's see, up here is there'll be a thing with components, so I can check the components. You know, these are going to be the things that are going to spontaneously combust. Oh gosh, your shield generator's on fire. Hurry, put it out, or you're going to lose your shields. Oh, and then that's another thing, you know, in master modes, apparently, in the 30th century, according to Chris Roberts, they can't have a ship flying in quantum mode and have its shields up. And I don't know the rationale for that. I know what the rationale is. It's so that you can't stay in the jump mode and have maximum speed and shields. They want to make it easy so that a ship can shoot you down. Whoever it is, and whatever it is that they want to shoot you down. They want to make it to where you can get shot down. To whereas, to be quite honest with you, if you're jumping, there's space debris, particles out there. You want to have shields up. Shields should be up in this, in case you hit something. And there have been times like, where they have, where they used to have NPCs that would pull you out of your quantum leap, and they would literally just run at that, and they would literally have like a ship they blew up, and you'd run into it. And I know at one time I think I was in a Connie, and I smacked it. Thankfully, you have your shields up, and my Connie took a lot of damage, but I survived. And I was able to, to do whatever I did there, and I left. And, chills on ice. Woohoo, well, I just dropped off some ice. You missed it, buddy. But, any case, what kind of ship is he flying? Ooh, he's in a Connie. He's going in for the landing. What? Oh, I did. Oh, I went static. I thought I had it decoupled, but I didn't. Here I am wondering why. How come I'm not floating towards the station? So let's get over here. So now you can have your shields up, but you can only, in this ship, you can only do 199 meters a second now. And that's the other thing they want. Oh, we want combat to be up close and personal. It's totally screwed up the combat situation, and they're not going to change because they're stupid. I swear this game is not made by gamers. Now, maybe you could say Chris Roberts is, but let's face facts, okay? Chris Roberts now is just a money pirate. He's just sucking this and bleeding it dry. I am of the mindset, and I am in agreement with Jim Reviews in the sense that I think this game is going to go bust eventually because they're not putting in the infrastructure to actually have a long-term running game. And what I mean by that, where are their server rooms? This game cannot be done on rented servers, because you have to have servers with enough capacity to keep replicating the junk they want to replicate with what they call persistence. Okay? You just can't have it. It's just not going to happen. And most of the player base do not understand that because, well, they weren't fortunate enough like me. I lived with a programmer back in the day. And I know what junk code is, and I know that eventually you can only have so much junk code before you have, well, too much effing junk code, right? And these guys think that they can get away with it with Amazon servers. The servers they're on are owned by Amazon. Oh, and that's another thing that they changed. I won't get into that, but in any case, they're on rented servers. And Amazon's not going to bend over backwards to create servers that can do what they say they want to do. Because they need servers with a much higher capacity than what they have. Because you can't keep replicating this junk code without timers. So, everything's going to persist. No, you can't have it persist. You're going to have a cutoff timer. Anybody with any sense would know that. But not CIG. CIG apparently said, oh, no, we're going to do it. Well, that's just gonna give them more excuses for another 5 years in delay. Their secondary game, which so many people in this game think that it was always supposed to be Squadron 42 is to be the main game. That's not what he said in the Kickstarter. Okay, it was going to be an open world setup to where and then possibly with a campaign mode to help you get some lore going. Which I don't mind. But they said that game is now in the polishing phase. And everybody, including everybody in my org, oh, wow, yeah, it's in the polishing phase. Well, what the fuck does a polishing phase mean? Because they still don't even have a tentative date of release. Even GTA 6 gave a tentative date of release, and they know it's not going to be until, 2026, early 2026, if we're lucky. Well, CIG can't even give you a tentative release on their squadron, on their campaign version of the game, campaign mode, right? They can't even give that to you, which means they're more than 2 years out. So I don't even know what polishing phase means to the devs over there, because it has no real definition. What do you mean you're polishing phase? What you're finishing it? Then when's the expected release date? Stunned silence, right? Release date? What do you mean? We don't know. We don't know. Hell, they don't even have the game for pre-sale anymore. I got a package that included it. Includes Squadron 42 single-player campaign mode. Brr, 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 brr. That was 3 years ago. And supposedly they were working on it. And then last year, I think it was, we're in the polishing phase. No definition of what a polishing phase is. That could be anything. It could be anything. Because CIG doesn't have to answer to anybody. And as long as they have a bunch of, sad saps, like I'm guilty as charged. I don't do it nearly as much as I was, 2 years ago, but as long as there's a bunch of dumbasses, such as myself, continually getting sucked in, look at the new pixels they're releasing. Oh, yeah, I gotta have those pixels. Gotta have those. Until we come to the realization, well, these guys are gonna collapse under their own weight. Let's just put it that way. Because I really do not think that they can actually finish this game. I don't think, because the way the money's gone, I think the money's going into the pockets of the top brass at CIG, most of it, because there's no reason why they should have something like this, playing like this, to where I'll guarantee I don't have any fuel still. I'm going to be low on my fuel. Sorry about that. My head tilt. There we go. Boom. Let's just see where we're at. Yeah. So I've got enough, I think, to get to my last stop. Let's see that. 888.47K worth of quantanium fuel, and I've refilled twice at least. And I'll try and refill for the third time. Here we go. I should still be on the pad close enough to where I should be able to refill. Yep, I can refill. I'm just going to hit the button. Look at that. Still hasn't given me the regular hydrogen fuel either. Let's hit that button. See, no service. Says it filled it up. Says it filled it up. It'll show up here. Still, 888.47K. Took the money. Took the 3K. That's what's crazy about these guys. They're even greedy when it comes to the payment in this game. Oh yeah, they'll take your 3,000 AUEC. They are so tight on the AUEC in this game. It's almost as it's mind numbing. It's mind numbing. But I know why they're doing it. If they ever are able to release this game, which I don't expect to be released, and I don't expect to see 1.0. I'll guarantee you, this 4.0 series is probably going to last another 3, maybe 4 years, and then they're going to make it, well, we're going to go to 5.0. And then 1.0, they'll have one of those little Citizen Con things. 1.0 will come out in 2032. These guys, and I don't even know if they're on the 20-year plan. That may be too generous for them. That might just be too generous, the 20-year plan, right? They are forever good at failing upwards, and that's what they seem to be doing. But I'll tell you where they're not failing. For sure, with Chris Robertson and his real estate portfolio, he's got more property than he ever dreamt of having, that's for sure. All over the world. He and his wife are living high on the hog. They got their fancy cars, custom McLarens, you know, you name it, they got it. See, and the other thing is, it doesn't tell you how much prior to this used to tell you how much fuel it was going to take you to get to a place. No, it doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you. Not at all. You know, I don't know what these numbers represent. Yeah? What does that represent? I don't know. Maybe that's how much it's going to take. I don't know. 12.25 GM. Okay, and I got that. Yeah, I should have enough to get there. I think. We're going to find out. If I don't make it, I'm just going to Alt F4. Yeah. What else is there to do? Right? But that should be enough to get me there.
Quantum drive is now on.
So 13 years down the pike. Okay, see now it shows 1.79 in the upper left. Let's see if it drops again. Okay, it didn't drop this time. So, it actually filled up. But that's after 3 refuelings at 3 different locations. So is it the locations that are messed up on the refueling? We don't know. CIG doesn't know. Am I going to report it? Screw them. Screw them. These guys shouldn't even have this type of stuff in here. That should be a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer, refueling. Getting into an elevator should be a no-brainer. But I do know that the last server I was on earlier today, Grimhex, it was killing people again. Shoot, I remember when Grimhex was killing people back in 3.15. Everybody's warned, don't go to Grimhex, don't go to Grimhex. The elevators will kill you. And sure enough, it's back. That's the one thing that's consistent with this game. You're guaranteed to at one time in a patch get an elevator that kills you. Woohoo! Otherwise, they change everything consistently, constantly. Oh, we're going to remap all the controls. We're going to remap keyboard controls. And every time you get reset, well, unfortunately, we're going to mess up your joystick controls. So you got to redo your joystick controls. Every time. You know, these guys never fail to disappoint. You know, then they have these ads. Dude, their ads are nothing but lies. You know, their ads are just treachery to the unsuspecting gamer. You know, that's why, you know, buy the cheapest ship. Or, you know, if you want to pay for like a AAA game, you know, an Avenger Titan, or even something like a even all the way up to like a Cuddy Black package. You know, and just have fun with those. Just go have fun with those ships. Don't buy everything in game. Don't be stupid like me. Don't get sucked into their lying pipe dream, because they're a bunch of liars. They're liars. And even when they break stuff, they do nothing to compensate for you. Even though all they have are pixels here. You know, when they locked me out in was it 3.17 in 3.17 and 3.18, when I was locked out for the majority of both of those patches, how long do those patches last? 3-4 months? I was locked out for the majority of it. They don't even compensate you. They're gonna say, hey, you know what, dude, sorry about that, man. Here's some pixels. You know, not even a little flippin' dragonfly. Nothing. Nothing. They could care less. Because they're greedy. That's the one thing Gem Reviews has spot on. It shouldn't be CIG, it should be CI greed. They can't even compensate you because they don't want to. They want you to buy everything from them. Because they need that cash flow. Do you guys understand how much they have in just... They're not even leasing buildings. In the United Kingdom, that idiot bought land in the UK to build an office, or build his complex, whatever you want to call it. And you know how much land is in the UK? Commercial land? I can only imagine. They're on a flippin' island, for Pete's sakes. Not a whole lot of land to be gotten out there. You know? So, his overhead is incredible. You know? Instead of consolidating and having, people in, in one general location, he's got, what, 3-4 locations around the world for this game? It's like, okay. Seems like a waste of resources, but all right. It's not like he has long-term programmers. The turnover rate over there is amazingly high, where in a game like this, you don't want your team consistently turning over. Do you think Rockstar would be able to finish a GTA game with a turnover rate that CIG has? So what does that tell you? Are they really serious about finishing a game? You have to ask these hard questions, or you're just fooling yourself. Rockstar consistently has a dedicated group working on this game. Consistently. I mean, you're talking about people that have worked on multiple games, and they've been with the company for a long time. They're paid good salaries. CIG pays minimum wage to its programmers because they keep cycling through them. And if they don't cycle through them, they burn them out with nauseating requests and design changes, I am sure, because Chris Roberts has no self-discipline whatsoever. I'm telling you, if a new technology comes out, Chris Roberts don't give an F. He's going to delay it, and he's going to say, implement it, put it in. Because he doesn't have a publisher to tell him no. Hey, Chris, you really need to get this game out. And this is why this guy needs somebody over him, babysitting him. Because it's like leaving a kid in a candy store. He's gonna just eat himself sick. Well, he's gonna ride this out, selling these. Hey, they're pretty. He's gonna sell these pixels until finally they just stop selling, because people, there are people that have been in this longer than me that are pissed right now. They're like, you changed everything. You're gearing everything towards PvP, to where this was supposed to be a sandbox where, a guy could get off work. He can come in here. He can get a mission or two done in his spare time. Maybe go join some friends and have some fun in a couple hours. But how long am I into this? Where are we at here? Do I have a time? Okay. I'm 1 hour, 8 minutes into this, and I finally finished one delivery mission. One delivery mission. An hour. It's like three-dimensional RuneScape. Okay? I quit playing RuneScape because it was a time sink. It burned me out. Oh, okay, you got to go get this herb over here and take it to this guy, and this guy's going to give you this concoction. You got to take it clear over to this guy, and then this guy's going to take that and say, oh, hey, by the way, you need to do these 3 tasks for me. You do those tasks, and he says, okay, here, now take this to that guy, and that guy's got tasks for you. That's a RuneScape mission plan. That's what they have going here. That's probably why, come on, Jagex is in the UK. Well, look at that. They all think alike over there, I guess. Burn your life away. This is a game, man. This is a game. This should not be a 1-to-1 ratio of your real life. Or who could play it? But they keep adding stuff that's just a time sink on top of a time sink. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and refuel here. And I should be able to get this to work, because I'm going to send the ship. The trade you what? Oh, that's my wallet. I was going to say, what the hell? What? Okay. Okay, no service, good. That's up. Okay. Now, let's just see. Let's just see. Okay, it's still showing 1.60, but here's a trick that I learned. That if I do this, I just parked this beast. So this is part of their gameplay. This is the only way that I can guarantee that I got fuel. And I should say I've only done this once and it worked. So I don't know if as I get into the flight if it's going to backfire on me. Excuse me. All right. Send that beast down. How much money do I have now? See, I'm just trying to get enough money, so I'm back up to 674. I think I should be able to. You gotta have enough to, you know, keep yourself alive. Man, I'm telling you. The old British Empire had a guy like Chris leading it, they would have never have had an empire that the sun never set on. Because he wouldn't even get out of the damn port. Oh, well, we got to add this to the ship. What's that? You got a bushel of limes? Yeah, we need limes to be on our ship. You know, we don't want to get that limey disease. Okay, let's sit for a minute. Let's stew.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Pull it back out.
Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Holes in the ship like they gave me last time. That's a good sign. I do like this. Every ship should have an entrance like this. At least every medium ship for sure. The big ships, the large ships I can see with an elevator, but every medium ship should have a secondary entrance where only a pilot can enter. Or the crew can enter without having somebody run up your back ramp like on the MSR.
Space Industries. Enjoy the ride.
Okay, there it is, 1.79. I like that. Okay, we're gonna go to Everest again. Rinse and repeat. But see that, you know, admittedly I'm not flying, but this is over an hour of gameplay for 100K. For 100K to fly around. Now it's a little quicker if I pulled out my Star Lancer and I just do jumps from Everest down to Hurston. And back and forth. I can do those too. I forget what those pay. We'll find out. Now let's go pull the we'll pull the Star Lancer max out. Everest. Oh jeez. Every. Everest. Yeah, we won't fly there. They'll give me a medium hangar, so I'll have to park this, go out, call the Star Lancer, because the Star Lancer needs a large hangar. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, what? Upper right. What in the hell is that? Why is that in my ship's columns? Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Okay.
Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised. Auto drive is now on.
all this minutia that used to be. I love the power triangle. It was easy to move it around. Now you got to do it with all this stuff. On my left, whatever you call this thing. What's that? They just complicate things. Burn time, burn time, burn time.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now on.
4? Yep.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Sun rising on Hurston.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Shields are on.
Of course, it still didn't fill, but we're gonna send it down. All right.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle
No,
select.
I didn't
Your
want to do
vehicle
that.
has been delivered to the following location. You'll please visit us again.
Ugh.
Goodbye.
Oh, that ship just had issues right there. Here, I don't want to do that. Here, we're gonna go out here. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to hit the one below it to put it away, but my hand slipped. Come on, come on, I'm calling you. Thank you.
Your vehicle has been delivered to
What?
the following
So here's something that shouldn't be happening. 13 years in development, and they still have the disappearing elevators. Amazing.
Welcome to to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
So that went away. Huh? They're both put away. Okay. I'll accept that. Now let's go up to the.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. You'll please visit us again. Goodbye.
Scooby Dooby Doo. Okay, I don't. Okay, see that? I called the ship, right? No elevator. No elevator to my, Is the ship even out? Nope, not even out.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval
Okay.
system.
Starlancer Max.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following. Please visit us again.
Sure.
Bye.
Okay. There's Big Bird. Okay, let's see if they've got the mission we want. This is the one we want. Boom. Okay. So the key is getting this beast close enough to one of these bays. Throw this stuff on there. thing they do good is they do well in the ships. That's about it. That's why I call it a tech demo. Pretty much all you have is a ship flying simulator. Just so you know, we're gonna move this up closer. We have 85 units of cargo we have to load. That's gonna be 10 size 8, probably a size 4 and a 1, or 2 size 2 and a 1. However they want to configure it. You never know with these guys. Let's ship up. Make sure my VTOL's on. For anybody that sees this and hasn't seen this ship, I'm going to give you a quick run through. This is how you get the elevator here to go to the different levels. Mess hall, galley, wreck. And for some reason they wasted all this space and they got individual rooms going all the way around here. I'll just show you what one of them looks like. This is one of them. They're all pretty much the same. Double wide beds. I think this is to a turret. No, this is the engine room, which is actually kind of cool. They, like I said, they do some cool things. Here's where your quantum drive supposedly goes. Apparently, I don't have one. Okay, that's not a good sign. I guess I didn't put the quantum drive in this beast. Okay, so we gotta do one more thing. Gotta move this thing back, send it back down the hole, put a quantum drive in it. Sure, I'm glad I didn't load it up, because if you load it up and you have stuff on the cargo grid, it disappears. So let's get this beast in here. Do this real quick. I thought I did all this. Well, the good news is we can do all that in here. Way to do it. Here. Here.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
This goes right about there. Back up. Let's park you.
Your vehicle has been. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Now I hope my my quantum drive is still here, because what I did is I took the faster QT out of this ship and I put it in my Zeus. And while the Zeus supposedly can hold that 128, it's got 128 cargo space. The problem with the Zeus is the layout of it, of the actual cargo grid, so it's like screwy. Okay, let's go here. Vehicles. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's go all the way down. Oh, not Zeus. Yeah. Okay, let's try this again. Try it again. Look at that. It's not there. Hello?
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Okay, how about that? See, here's another thing. Now I'm in a claiming state for this ship. It was just here. I sent it down, and it says, nope, it's not here. 40 effing minutes. 40 minutes
Claim has been set.
for that.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
And what happened? Well, I just pressed the button to put it away. So what we'll do is we'll attempt to put all these in
Welcome.
a Zeus. Let's do the experiment with the Zeus. 128 SCU cargo space on a Zeus. CL, right? 128. There we go. Let's retrieve it.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Hello? Okay. It's my hangar. I don't see any other hangar. It's all right here.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Okay, we'll try this again.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Okay. They might be having a server error. I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Let's check for the Starlancer Max. It's still being recalled. This guy's not showing up.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Alright, well, you know what? Here's 13 years of progress, okay? I'm in the hangar. Called it 3 times. Ship has not shown up. Sent the ship down. One of my ships down. You know what? And I got to get out of here. Because I'm going to go into the... See, it's frustrating. Hour and 33 minutes in. I've done 1 mission to completion. Can't even get started on the 2nd mission. Even though you can see, deliver 85 SCU of stems to the spaceport just below me. In the city of Hurston. But instead, well, I'm just going to clock out. Because this is a frustration that they've delivered to us. I can go have more fun. I'm going to play some Hell Let Loose. And enjoy that. I could play it on the PC and stream it, but I'd rather play it on my Series X. A little more convenient, just to lay back and relax. Look at all these people. They're probably wondering where their ships are too. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Let's see here. Go make sure these idiots know I'm here, so they don't put me back at her L2 or something. Which is what happened when I first started. Even though I had flown to Everest Harbor in my ship, it kept my ship here, and I still wound up back at the place from where I started. Let's see, room 1. Let's see, where is room 1? Let me see the other rooms. I'm going to get the higher numbers. I'm going to try here. Yeah. Take room 1. Got some IVs hooked up into us. And there we have it.
Page for Dr. Chan. Needed immediately in surgery. Dr. Chan to surgery. If anyone sees a patient wearing blue pants, a red striped shirt, and red med station 4 glasses, would you please contact the front desk?
So before I go, again, a brief recap of what we have done in an hour and 36 minutes. We finished one delivery mission. One. Tried to start the second one. Ships won't call. Got the mission. You can see it up there. Deliver 85 SCU of stems. And no bueno. Can't get any of my ships to come up. So, after an hour and 36 minutes, by the time I got done with this mission, I'd be 2 hours in. 2 missions. 2 hours. This is not gameplay, man. If I wanted to do this, I would play RuneScape, and in 2 hours, I would feel like I still accomplished more than 2 hours here. RuneScape of all games. How old is that game? And even though it's a time sink, you get better gameplay out of it. But this game should never be like a RuneScape. But everything now is a time sink. Whether it's getting into your inventory now, where it used to be, you just hit I, boom. As a matter of fact, I could access my inventory from down below in the city, Hurston below. Used to be, and you just transfer stuff up, and you could use the spaceport as your mode of operations. And they could have kept that in there and just said, oh yeah, there's automation, there's automatic, drones that bring your stuff up from the planet down there. Because it is the 30th century after all. Even Amazon's delivering shit with drones in the 21st century. But nearly a millennium later, they don't have a way to deliver your stuff. You got to go through and manually do everything. That's how asinine their thought process is through their lore and everything. Really. So we've regressed to where we have in the 21st century Amazon delivering packages via drones. Hell, you got terrorists delivering explosives via drones. You got us delivering explosives via drones. Yeah, here in the 30th century, we can't get jack diddly squat. No, we got to go to these, what are these stupid-ass terminals? Hell, yeah, you got to go to one of these things. Like, well, no, that's a banking one. There's the next thing they're going to do. You're not going to be able to have your money on you. You got to come to these stupid things. I can see it coming. It's going to be a process. You got to find one of these to get money to pay another guy, or to transfer funds. You're going to have to do it through there. This is a type of asinine gameplay that they put into this game, thinking, "Oh yeah, this is awesome," knowing full well that all they're doing is they're eating up the days of our lives. That's all they're doing. Yeah, that's all they do. I know it's not there, but I'm gonna go look. It's totally chewing up our time.
Niner Charlie 0 for radar Helio 3 to receiving. Joker Niner Charlie 0 for radar Helio 3 to receiving.
So I don't think they have one of those boxes up here. They should. Because there's a place where you can buy stuff right here. And they should have something that you can put that stuff on at. But they don't. See, it used to be you could buy something here. and just go into your inventory and put it on.
All right.
And just head to your ship, take off. Let's say you need some armor, a backpack for whatever mission you're going to do. Say you need some food. And then you just get it and you put it in your backpack. You put all your gear on. You know, you just hit I, and on your right there would be a, well, on your character's left, but on my right, on the screen, there'd be a nice little window there with all the stuff that you just bought. And then you can put it on, then you can transfer from that window and put it into your backpack, like the drinks I have in there. I got 20 drinks in my backpack right there. But no. You know what they did? Okay, you buy your stuff here. Now, you gotta go find one of these things just to put it on. Before you can do anything, before you can take off. You gotta go find this stupid thing. Here it is. This stupid thing. Then you gotta access here. Okay, there it is. Then you do all that, you put it on there, you know. Let's say you leave, and you take off, and you go down to the Habs area, or to the hangars area. Well, on this station they don't happen to have one of those kiosks down there. At least not that I saw. So you come out here, you got your easy hab. Let me see if I can find a kiosk. Here they are. Here they are. But you forget it. You know, oh, shoot, that's all the way over here at the hospital. So you head out, you get ready to go, and, you know, your buddy says, hey, man, have you got any extra, you know, ammo for this gun? Oh, yeah, yeah, let me do it. It used to be, oh, yeah, here. Let me pull some out for you. Got it. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, or you could even be in the hangar. Hey, let me see. Yeah, okay, pull it. Got it. Nope. Oh, shit, hold on. Gotta run over here. Wait, yeah, I'll go get it. What else do you need? Is that everything? Okay. Alright, you know, total waste of time. I'm glad Grand Theft Auto never did anything as stupid and asinine as this. At least with them, hey, just grab it out of your inventory, man. You're good to go, bro. You know? Need ammo? Heck, they got a button. Replenish ammo. Because they know it's a damn game. It's not The Sims. You know, you got The Sims mixed in with RuneScape with this game now. You know, look at these guys. I'll guarantee you these guys are waiting because their ships won't... Let's pull this up, see if anybody's talking about this. I have arrived at Grimhex. Oh yeah, good luck, buddy. You arrived at Grimhex. Hope the elevator don't kill you. This guy's right. The Scott Speedster guy at the bottom in my text down there in the messages. He says stupid cargo grid layout and bought a raft. Ironically, I can haul more now with this raft, even though it's only 96 to the Zeus. See, I was going to try and pull that Zeus out. The Zeus's cargo grid is fucked. There's no way it's 128 SCU. Not unless you can choose what shape and size boxes you get, and even then you gotta know what boxes are gonna fit in that stupid ship. I mean, it's a good-looking ship, don't get me wrong, but you know what? Your cargo grid's screwed. This guy's absolutely right. Let's see. Anyone else know how to fix Polaris torpedo not being able to fire? Yeah. Get some real programmers. Get a guy that will actually pay real programmers. Okay. Did you get your rescue? Nope. You need to be rich. We're at Pyro. How much is a Polaris? No, it's a lot more than that. Yeah, you're closer there, buddy. I think it's just over that. Believe you me, I know. No, it's not over a K, buddy. There you go. Rauman hit it right on the nail right on the head. Yeah. Yeah, it's... How about that? That's about the truth of it. This whole game. I mean, I originally got the what was that ship? I'm gonna see if I can see if I can expedite my Star Lancer Max just to get the quantum drive in it, so I know it's in it.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle
The
retrieval
Ion,
system.
the Ares Ion, Crusader Ares Ion. I bought that ship, okay? And they said it's going to be the sniper of the skies. It's going to be, you know, the most dangerous ship to large ships, and you know that you ever seen. It's just going to be a badass ship. 10 grand, yeah, let's
Your
expedite.
vehicle has
Okay,
been moved to our storage facility.
great.
Please visit
Now,
us again.
what am I going to do?
Goodbye.
So I lost my Atlas. I have to recall my Atlas now, but that's a whole nother story. Where was I at? So I bought this Ares Ion in patch 3.15. It was the first ship that I pledged, other than my actual game package. I thought, oh, this is a cool looking ship. It's a sniper. You know, it's one of those ships that you don't want to mess with. Heavy fighter with a size 7 laser cannon. Now, size 7 back then was one of the biggest, guns you could have on a ship. And so this ship comes out. And the meta for fighting back then in these smaller fighters and medium and small fighters was, well, I'm going to joust you. I'm going to blow past you, shooting my bullets at you, seeing if I could win the war of, of whittling down your shields and your whole protection and outscore you. That's what it was. Well, they started doing that with this ship, the Ion. And that stupid ship is a size 7 cannon, and they're jousting with it. And it's a sniper, so it's supposed to be accurate. And people were blowing them up with 1, maybe 2 shots. And oh, the uproar that happened. And nobody ever, and CIG caved. They said, oh, we're going to nerf it. They nerfed the daylights out of that ship to where it's worthless. I melted it. It's gone. I won't have anything to do with it. But not one programmer thought and said, you know what, though? It's a freaking size 7 cannon. These guys are jousting it. We know the meta of how to fight, of how you fight before master modes. And even master modes is still jousting. And it's a battle of DPS. That's all it is. It's just, now you can't get away. So whoever has the most DPS is more likely to win. And whoever gets off the first shots, the first one to unload their mag, is probably going to be the one that wins. Long story short, they nerfed the daylights out of it. Made it to where it couldn't even hit the broadside of a barn. I mean, this thing was as inaccurate as a ship could be. I mean, you got this laser cannon, size 7, and you're pointed straight at a capital size ship, and boom, you shoot it, and it goes off to the right of it, even though you're almost right on top of it. It was insane. It was pretty funny, the spread of the shots on this particular ship. Any case, so, oh no, there's a quantum drive in it, right? There's a propulsion drive too, right? Yeah, okay. And a quantum. Okay, the chaos is in there. We'll accept that. Alright, let's see what you got here. Chaos. Oh, that's power plant. I'm sorry, chaos. So see, I switched to crossfield. Out. Which I should do it again, but I'm not going to do it again. See if I can do this mission while I'm here. I'm going to try. I'm a whore for the money. Let's see if they'll give it to me. I'm going to go down. I bet you oh, here they go. Yeah, elevators respond. Okay, good. Now, let's see if indeed I have my large hangar. I do. Boom. Normally I'd pull out my Atlas. I'm not going to. See if we can pull a ship up here.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Yeah, I keep missing it just by a little bit.
Your vehicle has been delivered.
Okay, that's working. Hear the alarms.
Goodbye.
Let's see if it sends it upside down or not. No, it said I had my my quantum drive in it, although I did not see it in my when I opened up the quantum drive window. I don't know. I don't know. This game's crazy, but so about that ion. From what I hear, they buffed it again, but it's still a pile of crap. They made it slow as molasses. It should have been a situation to where, if this were my game, I would put out, look, you guys, you need to figure out how to fight it, because number one, that ship should not be attacked by one single small fighter. That's the last thing you want to take up against an Ion or an Inferno. Is one single small fighter. You have to swarm that ship to get it out, because it's one of the most lethal ships in the skies. But instead of telling these idiots that, oh, well, we gotta make it to where these guys can 1v1 it. And they did. That ship is absolutely worthless if it runs across anything. Anything in the verse that is a potent light fighter. It's done. It's done. Only guys with, you know, really good skill sets are going to be able to, you know, take this thing out, you know, or take out a small fighter, let alone a multitude of them. The Ion is done if there's more than one small fighter. It's just done. And that's not how it should have been. That large fighter should have been a scary proposition to attack with even two you know, a squadron of 4. You know, with the wingman and the lead, you know, going at it at different angles. But no, because I don't even know if these guys actually, if the programmers that they're hiring out of these colleges even game. Of course, most millennials game now. I don't know what they call the new group of millennials coming out. Millennials stupid. Because it seems to be people are getting dumber and dumber as the years go by. I will say that. So we'll go down here. And now this thing wouldn't be so bad if they would have just made it to where when you open this door and that goes down, this catwalk goes up. Or the catwalk goes down with it. And maybe have, like, you know, a ladders right here of some sort. But they didn't, so you can't load this from one side. That's the big problem with this cargo grid. Other than that, geez, I guess I could have gotten closer. Man, it just the depth perception and the skill when you're in the ship just doesn't jive. Because when I was in that thing, it looked like I was right next to this. Yet I wasn't. Crazy. Let's see. There should be 10 boxes, and then Looks like it'll be a 4 and a single box. So 10 size 8s. These are my 10 size 8s, yeah. There's my 1 size 4, yeah. And there's my 1-1. Bam. Okay. Come on up. Let's see if I can get these out of here. Okay, so see, here's the other problem with the cargo grid. You gotta get right next to every box in here. I don't know why. I don't know why it's like this. But it will not pick up unless you do that. Now these are going to the back. Forget how many I can hold up there. Is that 7 or 8? I can't remember. Such a flipping weird ship. See? Won't even pick it up. Gotta get closer. There. See again. This should not be happening. I should be able to pick these up from out there. And normally you can, but for some reason, something's broke. Something is broke in the game. Again, see, it's red. Get closer. Oh, there it is. Something is broken. And they can't... every time they add something, they break something. Why? Old code on top of old code on top of old code on top of old code, done by an old programmer, done by an even older programmer, done by an older programmer. That, you know, nobody remembers his name. Because they just hire kids. And then these kids, they get the experience here, and they just say, fuck this shit, we're out of here. I don't blame him. Look at this. Look at this. This is not how this should be. Yet it is. It's exactly how it is. Come on. So I get my 90 grand, I'm gonna park this guy. Probably take one more load and bring it back up here. I think the load up here is a little bit less. Send that over there. Now it's letting me pick them up. See, you get to a certain point, then it lets you pick them up. So I have my atlas, it just flicks them right in. Come on. So of course, the beam. It should just be a straight, rigid beam holding it up. Oh no, it's got drag. Because, you know, we can't just have you finish this. You gotta spend time doing this. Does this hold only? Does this hold 8? Maybe it holds 8. That's a good thing. I'll take it. No. Hold 8. What's less than 8? Does it hold 7? See, this stuff like this. It's like, really? Like, fucking lift up. Not looking forward to doing the return trip, but I'm going to. See if I can get that single all the way over here. Try. Yep, got it. Come here, single. This guy we're going to put in. Come on, come on, come on. Alright. Okay, so I got some of these doors you gotta press the button, some of them you just walk right up and no problem. And let's get up. Whew. VTOL zone. Oh yeah, I had to claim it. Okay, it's coupled. And a queue. Jesus. Really an invalid target. Interesting. used to be you could just jump straight to this. Now they make it to where you got to jump to the planet and then jump to the city. But the problem is when you jump to the planet, it sends you right through the planet. At least this time you don't blow up, but it sends you right through the planet, out the opposite side for like several million metric, whatever the fuck they call it. But, you know, it's like, jeez. These guys are driving me nuts. So it's better for me just to slow crawl to it. Because eventually it's going to let me jump. Plus it's actually cool to watch the flame out. When you hit the atmosphere and the flames start to hit. At least this is an example of how you can just fly. So we're in the ammo. There's the flames. That's cool. Jump yet? No. I have to just slow crawl it all the way. I don't care. Now what's funny is from here, I can just jump to the space station. They won't let me just jump to the city anymore. Oh no, we got to change that. Let's make it 2 jumps to get to the city now. Okay. Okay. And what did you achieve? Well, we had time. So it should have let me jump a while ago, but... So this is a slow crawl all the way from the space station down to the planet side, down to where Hurston, the city, and I don't know what it's called, Tisa spaceport. We'll get this dropped off. See if we can grab another load. Get back up, and then we'll call it. That's our idea of an afterburner. So we're at the max speed and atmo, and slowly slowing down from there. Yeah, you can't accelerate more. I'm guessing the max speed for this thing is good. Well, it keeps dropping. The closer we get. How's that not locked? Oh well. So this is the exciting gameplay they've provided for us. $750 million worth of gameplay right here. If you really want to see a joke, you should see the FPS missions. They can't make them any more broken than that. This is gameplay. Using the scroll wheel on my mouse, turning it. Because the controls on the gamepad, well, they done fuckered those up. You know, they couldn't have that operational. Hell no. That'd be too convenient. Delivery. Of course, it says I'm still in a Zeus. Okay, whatever. Let's see, it's like a... should be like a... which one it is from the spaceport here back to Everest. Might be a rookie mission if I'm not mistaken. That one I've done. It's probably under the rookie. Planetary extra, we don't want that. We want planetaries. This is the one we want. Okay, boom. Okay, what's this called? This is a direct planetary medium cargo hull. Okay. Okay, so this is only 83. So that'll be 10 of these. That's a 2 and that's a 1. Question is it going to let me take him from here? Nope. Gotta get right next to it. Oh yeah, we're a Star System. We got some gameplay for you. Our 13 years of designing and programming really reflect what we've done. The only thing they've done is made a really nice tech demo. See if I can get away now. Let's see if it lets me pick him up from out here. Turn the... Oh, are you fucking serious? Did I really do that? Yep, now I can grab him. Look at that. Really? You're gonna trip like that on me? Y4? This out of the way. At least I don't have to be right next to him, so. It's the biggest pain in the derriere. Jeez. Come on. Gonna have to. This is gameplay, man. This is gameplay. I swear to God, it's the best gameplay ever. Is it worth wing commander status? Oh no, no. I feel like I've been sadly let down. Every time they change something, it's like, oh, why did I even? How did I get suckered into this? You know, they tell you they got you. They're giving you one thing, but it's always it's just another. I'm almost tempted to break out the MSR or a Taurus, because as much as I like this ship, this is not very practical. To have a loading grid in the middle that has a catwalk that doesn't get out of the flipping way, so you can literally, you know, actually load stuff in this thing. It's kind of suspect, you know. This is why I say that the programmers of this game do not game. They're not gamers. This is not a game being made by gamers. Well, for starters, I don't even call it a game. I call it a tech demo. Come on, you're going up. You can just sit there. Okay, everything's in. So this is taking me to see where I'm at 2.5 hours. This will be my 3rd mission. Now, if I start doing these, I can do about 4 of these an hour, back and forth, which is a lot less time than flying, and it pays nearly the same amount. And it took me an hour to do a solar mission, which has 4 stops, you know, including all the flight time you gotta go through, and trying to get fuel, and loading and unloading, and it's all in. Am I coupled? I am. Okay. So get off this pad. Drifting to the right. I don't know why. Used to have cruise control easily programmable and everything, but I don't even know where the cruise control button is. I am in the so we're gonna have to try and slow crawl out of here. The city is pretty. You can land on those landing pads too, on top of these buildings. Can't go into the buildings. Burn all my afterburner. So this ship can only travel at 135. You know, it's climbing ever so slowly as I get into the thinner atmosphere, but that's redonkulous. That is redonkulous. I think this thing should have much more powerful engines than that. And this one. And I am guessing that it's either this one or this one. Nope, that's Pyro Gateway. So it is going to be one of these over here. I'll bet you it's that's Crusader. It's Stanton. Ow. Magnus Gateway. Her L1. Crew L1. Oh, it's in yellow. Okay. Let's jump there.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Used to identify the ships and everything. Not anymore. It's like totally regressed everything that they used to do here. Let's go this way. It's going to make me jump to the complete other side here. Yep. Sure enough. See that? See how they do that? Why? Coupled now, so I should be decoupled. I don't want it flowing like that. But I am.
Shield on.
See if I can get in this thing before they close it up on me. Stuff myself right into here. Okay, I think that'll work. We are now 2 hours 36 minutes in. We're going to finish our third delivery mission. And I still don't know how this thing works because I'm trying to go to the... There, finally, gets to exit ship. It's like, what the fuck? The least intuitive controls in any game. And if they can screw it up, they will. They will screw it up as best they can. We'll take it. Boom. Take it. Heaven forbid you grab them that's not in order, because it won't take it. No AI on the 30th century, that's for sure. We sure have it in the 21st. I mean, seriously. So you gotta ask yourself, what in the world was that about? Come on, mouse. I hate mouse and keyboard. Dude, it's the gayest thing. If only my joysticks working with this, or at least my gamepad. Instead of leaning over a stupid keyboard. Anybody? Come on, anything? Jeez. Yeah. It's like, really? So, yeah, we'll have collision on everything. Just make it collide. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Make sure we have collision on everything. There, finally one works fine. Yeah, there it goes. Just, come on. Seriously. I mean, why? Oh, man, you guys. Hoy. Hoity-toity, hoity-toity. This is what they have for gameplay for us. I mean, there's a reason why Chris cannot have a publisher. A publisher would not let him get away with this crap, number one. A publisher would have him answering. But yet that's why this guy needs a publisher. He needs to answer to somebody for this trash. Because the guy certainly doesn't care about his personal reputation. All he cares about is the real estate he's bought and the cars that he owns. That's all he cares about. And probably the high-maintenance wife he has now. I'll bet if he was married before he started this game, he's divorced and married somebody else because his money got him a higher maintenance bride. It's just the way these guys are. Because I do know this for a fact. His real estate portfolio has gone exponentially higher. I mean, he's spending tens of millions on real estate. Millions in cars. And all off of this. And it's not off of him selling the game. No, he makes most of his money not off of new people coming into the game, but off of us who've been in it buying his pixels. And that's why there's such an emphasis. Oh, come on. That's why there's such an emphasis on on chips. These things. The more they produce, the more they sell. That's why there are so many ships in this game right now. So many ships in this game. And hardly any gameplay for them. And the gameplay they have is absolutely, positively broken. Yeah, 80K. See, this thing, this catwalk should be out of the way so you can load across from one bay to the other. But, you know, nah, they can't do that. No. That's too logical. Let's park this hot mess. And of course, see if you look in the upper right, still says I'm in a Zeus Mark II. This is a Star Lancer Max. You know that. Broke dick game. Still in the Zeus. And the fastest way out of Star Lancer. I mean, you can hold down the buttons, but I'm using a gamepad, so I just come here, hit this button, let this thing open up, and I just pop out here. Boom. So, you know, if you land at a outpost or something, you never know if somebody's waiting to scope you when you get out here. Of course, they can't really kill you, but it depends on where you're at. They're loitering in a hangar, so I jump out there to have a gun ready, you know. Burp, burp, burp. Kapew, kapew. Always good to pull out a gun because when you've used your tractor beam, your rifle tractor beam.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Where else? The Zeus's are here.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Once you get into the station, it won't. It won't let you pull the rifle out, and the rifle's done with. Otherwise, if you keep that stupid, this is with the D-pad or gamepad. If you ever keep that out, because see, the gun comes out. I'm holding down the. I don't know what button that is. I'm holding down one of the buttons that's like holding down F on my gamepad. Oh no, I don't want that. I held it down again, it puts the gun away, hold it down again, pulls it out. Now I'm going into armistice zone, so now it's going to keep it from me ever coming up again. And I'm going to hit an IV. 2 hours 46 minutes to see what I make. 170, about 270K.
Hello.
That's not a very good return in this game. I'd be doing mining, but they've changed mining so much that I don't want to go through the learning curve right now.
Dr.
I used to mine quite a bit. Used to be really good at it. But, you know, again, they change everything just to change. Just for change's sake. Actually, from 3.15, they changed the mining because people complained that miners are making so much money. It was like, okay, well, go mine. No, you just gotta quit having them make so much money. You gotta make quantanium hard to find. And of course, you know, there's a reason that financial reason that's good for them too, because it makes you, well, you're gonna want to buy stuff. Because don't get me wrong, they already have it to where you can buy AUEC in game. They're gonna make that also a microtransaction. You watch, it's all coming. It's the only way they're gonna be able to make money is microtransactions. Because everybody that's gonna buy this game, for the most part, has already bought this game. The reputation of this game precedes it, so a lot of people are not ever going to get into it because they've just had such a bad experience with it.
Please, if anyone sees Dr. Bolin, let me know.
If they would have just stayed on track with what they had in 3.15 instead of changing every minute detail of what they had from there, they'd be so much further along. Anywho, I think we'll call it here. And who knows, I might try to edit this video and maybe even just put it on my channel just so I always have it there so I can just show the lament of this game and its state that it's in. But anywho, we will go to the ending soon screen and I'm just going to sign off. Have a happy go lucky day and don't waste your money.